Hey, Shalom, Akim. See y'all about to I want to give all praises and glory and honor to y'all by Shem Yahushai. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to all you brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth, striving for the hopeful elect, enduring all afflictions, and seeking out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Y'all by Shem Yahushai will have a kakwadash, brakatam Akim. Alright, I just want to go into a real quick lesson topic. It's referring to where do you go when you die. Alright, because here in today's time, and throughout prior years, through the Christian doctrine and through the Roman Catholicism, they preach the hell doctrine, which is they speak that the body, or you go into a place where it's a place of fire, and that's where you're going to be tormented forever and ever. Okay, they also have a thing called purgatory, where you're put at until the judgment day, and but that's not the truth, and that's what I'm going to bring out just to cut that and just go from there. This is the book of Job, chapter 3 verse 11. Why died I not from the womb? Why did I not give up the ghost or the spirit when I came out of the belly? So this is Job basically cursing the day he was born. Okay, and if you know anything about Job, he caught a lot of hell, and just to show that he was he had integrity towards Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. He was a faithful servant. Okay, but in the midst of that, when you go through hell affliction, these things come to your mind, man. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, but you want to keep your integrity and have faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay, it says, why did the knees prevent me, or why the breast that I should suck? For now should I have lain still and been quiet. I should have slept. Then had I been at rest. And that rest he's talking about, he would have been, he would have died. He would have, saw death. Okay, but during that process is a transitional phase to where your body just goes back to the earth. Okay, which is known as the Greek Hades. Okay, which is referring to the grave. Okay, which is a subterranean place, because even when you look at the land, it's also known as terrain. So your body goes back into the ground, the dirt, the tierra, which is the land. Your spirit that resides in the body, which gives the body fire, energy, because the spirit is energy, that goes back to the spirit. So once your body, like the body reaches that rigor mortis state where your body stiffens up, that's because the spirit has already left, because the spirit is what's given energy to the body. And that's why the body feels cold to the flesh, is because it has that, it don't have the spirit there no more. So the spirit goes back to the Heavenly Father. And let me just bring this one out real quick. In Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto Yahweh who gave it. You see? Okay? So the spirit returns back to the Heavenly Father who gave it. Alright, because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai tells the spirits when they should come back. It's a cycle of life. Let me pull out this one here in the book of Psalms. Let's see here. Okay. So the dust, the flesh, that's where you get where it says ashes to ashes, dust to dust. So it's likened this as the same. This is in the book of Psalms 104 and 39. Thou hidest thy face, they are troubled. Thou takest away their breath, they die, and return to their dust. Thou sendest forth thy spirit, they are created, and thou renewest the face of the earth. You see, so the spirit just keeps coming back, which is a cycle of life. And the flesh is always going to meet corruption. Okay, and when you come back to the reincarnation, you are given a new body, a new house. Okay. Let me bring out this one other one here in the book of Sirach. Let's see. Or Second Ezra, Salakia. It says Second Ezra 14:33. And now are ye here, and your brethren among you. Therefore, if so be that you will subdue your own understanding and reform your hearts, right, your mind, ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again. You see, when we shall live again. So your judgment that is given to you from in the heavens, in the spirit world, is manifested here on the earth. It says, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared. Okay, so that's the what you would call reincarnation. So there's no such thing as hell. There's no place where you're going to be burning for eternity. Okay, that lake of fire that is spoken of in the book of Revelations, and certain things that Yahushua mentioned referring to hell is either a condition or by way of fire, which is in the near future by way of ICBM missiles. Okay, I'm going to continue to read in the book of Job 3 and verse 13 again. And now should I have lain still and been quiet, I should have slept. Then had I been at rest with kings and counselors of the earth, which build desolate places for themselves. So he's mentioning when he's in this resting place, all these different types of individuals are going to be there. With kings and counselors of the earth, which build desolate places for themselves, or with princes that had gold, who filled their houses with silver. Or as an hidden untimely birth, I had not been, as infants which never saw light. There the wicked, there the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. So even the wicked go back to the Father, the spirit realm. Okay? They just get their judgment. They come back into the earth by way of a father and a mother having sex, and their judgment is played out. Okay? You have stillborn. Sometimes they don't make it all the way. They'll die. Sometimes they'll be born to the state of infancy. They'll die. Then you have some that will come out to be teenagers. They'll die. Or they'll live all the way up to be 100 years old and then die. But in the midst of all that, there's things that happen and they acquire in their life that is part of their judgment. Okay? It says, there the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. There the prisoners rest together. They hear not the voice of the oppressor. The small and great are there, and the servant is free from his master. Okay? So that's why, when you read the scriptures, you read about certain men that wish they would die, because they knew that is a transition to a place of rest. Okay? Some people are like, no, why you wish for death? Why do you want to die? Because you're trying to you want to escape the afflictions, the persecutions, the trials and tribulations that you're going through in your life, man. It hurts. It's hell. That's hell. Okay, hell is on earth. It's a condition. Okay? And then as you die, that's where you're able to rest. Okay? It's like the babies in the womb. The babies in the womb are chilling, man. But once they come out the matrix, they crack open, they come through the woman's womb, right? What's the first thing they do? They start crying, man. You waking them up. They've been disturbed. So it says, the small and great are there, and the servant is free from his master. Wherefore is light given to him that is in misery, and life unto the bitter in soul, which long for death, but it cometh not, and dig for it more than for hid treasures, which rejoice exceedingly and glad when they can find the grave. You see? Now look up that word grave, see what it brings up. Quabar, the grave, sepulcher, tomb, burying place. Okay. So that's what that is, man. So yeah, Khan, you know what I'm saying? That's the point. The scriptures verify that there's no such place, man. You got to understand the word hell when it's being brought up, okay? And you have to go into the Greek. You got the Greek word for hell is Hades, and then Gehenna. All right. Matter of fact, I have my Zondervan Bible Dictionary here with me, which is a good dictionary to have on hand. Hell, and on page 223, it says hell, a place and condition of retribution for unredeemed man, eternal, and it got scriptures: unquenchable lake of fire, fire and worm, a place of torment, place of outer darkness. Okay, so that's what they have, because that's what the false doctrine is referring to, is basically hell. You're gonna go to a place of torment with this, which really is a bunch of Greek and Roman mythology. Okay, so you have to go back into your words to understand. I'm gonna look up that word Gehenna. Let's see here, just bear with me. Okay, Gehenna, it says the Valley of Hinnom, which is Gehenna is a Greek word of another way of saying hell. But in the Greek, it says, let's see here. I'm going to jump down, and it says, the word occurs 12 times in the New Testament, always translated hell. Gehenna, 11 times it is on the lips of Yahushua as the final punishment for calling one's brother a fool for adultery, when the severest measures have not been taken to prevent commission of this offense. Okay, and it says, and others Hades or hell. Okay, so it's all the same thing. Okay, and then here on page 191 for Gehenna, it says Gehenna, the Valley of Hinnom, which was a place for dumping and burning refuse. Okay, so that's what that lake of fire is. It's going to be on top of the earth. Okay, that's where the unwanted, the ones that are going to be cast away, in that day of the Lord's judgment, man, is on earth. That's where that lake of fire is going to occur. Matter of fact, let me end it with this. In the book of Matthew, I'm gonna pull it up here on the right here on my phone. Matthew 13. Let's see, and you can read it, but I'm just gonna get to the point. Matthew 13 and 36, like I said, you can read that, which goes into the end of the world, and the harvesters are the angels, the reapers, Salakia. And right here in verse 41, Matthew 13 and 41, the Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who hath ears to hear, let them hear. Okay, so that place of fire is going to be actually on the land. Okay, Yahushua is not literally going to grab you and throw you into a pit of fire. Okay, he's going to rain down fire from up on high by way of the missiles, man. Okay, so everything that offends, that's what's going to be gathered and thrown into that, as I read